Business is booming. We had $701,000 worth of sales just today. I bought this Range Rover a few weeks ago. All of those things are super key if you're trying to create that life of freedom.
Double check the amount, let me count it. Come a long way from the council housing. 2-bathroom, 5-bedroom house. It's more than survival, could deep man drowning. Could've went clear when I made them brown, and it is what it is.
This is what living in Miami is all about. I came over here this morning to show you the sunrise and to start my day this way. If you're new here, welcome to a video. This is a week in the life of an entrepreneur living here in Miami, Florida. I have a toilet paper manufacturing company. I operate it from here or anywhere. As you can see, I just did a bunch of work from my car and I'm sharing my life with you. I talk about business, I talk about lifestyle. Right now, we have a sales goal of $1.5 million of new business every single month for the year of 2025. And just this week, we had a $701,000 sales day. So things are crazy right now. Let's get into it.
I know that your do's and don'ts, how you pride yourself. But put your way of life in a line, you just might surprise yourself.
Good morning from beautiful Miami. I want to talk a little bit about the routine that I'm doing these days because it does differ than the routine that I used to do. So I used to wake up, I would meditate, I would journal, I would read. Of course, I have my electrolytes and my coffee. And then ultimately, I would get in the cold plunge and then my day would get going. These days, I've cut out a big portion of that. So I stopped meditating, I stopped journaling. And the reason for that is that a few weeks ago, I took a break from it and I realized that my mornings were a lot more enjoyable without it, which I would have never thought that that would be the case. I would have thought that the meditation and the journaling would help. But what I've realized is that I was putting so much pressure on myself to adhere to a routine. I was waking up at 5 a.m., I was sticking to all these different things, that my mornings were actually more pressure filled, more stressful, because I was putting that on myself to do it. So now that I wake up and I don't have the pressure of doing some of those things with my routine, it's a lot more enjoyable and a lot more relaxing. So maybe I'll switch back to it at some point. I definitely think that throughout the year, we live in these different seasons, and right now, my season doesn't consist of meditating and journaling. So my mornings are a lot more enjoyable. I basically wake up, I still do my electrolytes, my coffee. I get in the cold plunge when it's sunny, but other than that, I just start my work, and it's been really great. I'm really, really enjoying getting a ton of work done in the morning. That has been consistent for 9 months now. I used to wake up at 4:30 or 5 every day. These days it's a little bit later, but I'm slowly creeping my way back to 5 a.m. because I think that is a superpower. If you can wake up before everybody else, get a ton of work done in the first 2-3 hours of the day, it's amazing how much you can accomplish. So that's what I've been doing. Today will be another busy day, pretty work heavy. I've got meetings between 11 and 3. That's usually when I schedule my meetings. I try to do none before that and none after that. And that's about it. So we'll get into it. There's Martina. What are we drinking today? Celery juice, baby. Cheers.
But if they way of life on the line, they just might surprise themselves. Handle it by yourself. Ain't no gang.
All right, I'm at the car dealership right now. First off, beautiful dealership. I bought this Range Rover a few weeks ago. Oh shit, my hair looks terrible. A few weeks ago, and they had some stuff they wanted to do to work on it, but I was like, no, give me the car. I'll bring it back later. So that's why I'm here right now. But every time I'm in a business, I'm always looking at what do they do to stand out. And as soon as I got here, the first thing that the guy asked me after he took my key was, would you like a water? And I love this because a water bottle costs what, $1, maybe $2, but because they offer it to you in that manner, you feel like you're getting a luxury service. So the reason I mention this is because just the other day, I was talking to somebody that said they want to cater to like a higher end audience, more wealthier people, all these things. So we started going through, what do restaurants do? What do hotels do? What do Land Rover, Range Rover dealerships do to make you feel like the service you're getting is above and beyond, and to make you feel like you're getting special treatment. So anyway, I just thought that was a nice little touch that they did here. I got to get back in here, go over a couple of things on the car. Hopefully this is connected. One of the key things that I did to allow myself to work from wherever, whenever, was divide up everything I needed to do in terms of phone tasks and computer tasks. I think I may have talked about this in another video, but anyway, I'm going to dive into it now. So when I started this, 99% of what I had to do was a computer task. I had to physically be at a desk, sitting in front of a computer to get things done. Think about like, you know, working through Excel documents or editing PDFs, things that are super difficult to do on your phone. I started to look at how I could transfer those to phone tasks. And what that would mean is that I could operate from anywhere I wanted to. This all started because I was in Mexico on the beach working on my phone and realizing if everything that I did was a phone task, then I could operate from wherever I wanted to. So I encourage you to look at what you're doing and see if you can do this for yourself. Categorize everything you're doing, take a step back from your workload, look at it, analyze it, and then figure out how to move things over. It might be software systems, it might be delegation, it might be hiring, it might just be putting in the right systems. But all of those things are super key if you're trying to create that life of freedom and really be able to work from wherever you want. So as you can see, Jesse and I are here right now grinding from a restaurant. It's just the best. Do you have any, maybe I'm putting you on the spot with this one, but like specific things that you have set up or you've done to allow you to work from wherever? Like, are you tied into like having to be at your desk for anything, or can you be wherever you want?
Yeah, well, no, yeah, for sure. I mean, as a coach, I signed up for knowing that I had to sit down and take client meetings, but where it starts for me is making sure that I'm aligned with what fulfills me and knowing that that's something that I enjoy doing that brings me a lot of value for myself. I don't have an issue sitting down and doing it, but for the sake of being able to be mobile with it, I could take a client meeting here, I could take it, you know, in an airport lounge, I can take it on the beach, I could, you know, I take calls on the pool deck. So
Don't worry about like the background noise or anything like that, or do your headphones cover it?
headphones are pretty solid. I mean, if you're in a specifically loud area, then it's an issue, but yeah, you just got to be mindful. But there's traffic going on, usually no one hears it, so just get a good pair of headphones. Yeah.
You can't hide, you can't run. Remember to always be true, no matter what you do.
Good morning. I believe I left my camera, my regular vlog camera, in Miami. So I'm doing all of this from my iPhone. But it's about 6:35 in the morning. The sun is starting to come up here in Delray Beach, Florida. And I like to come out here and take a cruise by myself early. The world is quiet. It gives me time to think. And one of the things that I'm really working on for 2025 is being a more well-rounded person. I've spent so many years studying business, reading business books, consuming business podcasts, basically eliminating anything that wasn't business from being an input into my brain. And it definitely has benefited me. And I think that anybody should do that. But what I was realizing is that the relationships I had around me, family, friends, girlfriend, I was dropping the ball because all of my effort was going into business. So there's a fine balance, because you do need to be a bit extreme if you want to be successful above average, right? Like if you want to be average, just do what average people do. If you want to be above that, there might be another level you need to get to, but not at the detriment of family and friends and other things in life that are also important. So anyway, that's just what I'm thinking about right now. I figured I'd break out the camera or the phone and share that thought with you. I'm going to grab some coffee and then we're going to check out the sunrise. What's up, bro? How are you?
Doing well.
Just got back from a bike ride. Hope you don't mind being on camera.
No, dude.
Oh, bro, I
Nick.
just saw you the other day.
I know, right? I was
Okay,
like,
yeah.
I know this guy, man.
Yeah.
There's only so many Jakes.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And this is my dad, Larry. This is Nick.
Larry, Nick, how are you, bro?
So we got the cold plunge set up out here. It's a vibe. Oh, you got the mat.
Sure is. Yeah, wow, this can't complain about it.
Damn.
You got the mat.
I didn't know the mat was going to be here today.
That's nice, man.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah. Looks great.
Dope.
Looks fabulous.
Excited?
It'll look better when it's fully set up.
How long is it going to take to cool?
2.5 hours.
Nice. Well, I'm filming this on Jesse's camera because I lost my vlog camera. So here we are at Costco buying another camera. This feels like such a waste of money that I just lost the camera and I got to buy another. But anyway, these vlogs must continue. So here we are. Also, find of the day. These are chips made out of chicken. So good. Protein snack. Today is Monday. It's been a busy week so far. Business is booming. We had $701,000 worth of sales just today. This is a record daily sales day for us. So I'm very happy. I was telling Jesse earlier that in our business, because the sales cycle is so long, we don't see the fruit of our labor for months and months. So to see a big day like today is just such a good feeling. Anyway, I'm going to get back to it here. We got a couple more things we need to get, and then the week is going to continue. Stick around. One of the biggest strategies that I've implemented in the last 12 months is working with our competitors as manufacturing partners. They have items that they can make that we don't, and vice versa. So instead of competing with each other, we actually work together, because there's so much business in this industry that I'd rather work with them than without them. It is net positive for me to work with them than without them. So anyway, what I have in this box are samples from one of our competitors. I have been patiently waiting on this. I'm going after a very large, somewhere between 10 and $15 million piece of business in America, the United States, Canada, and ultimately Mexico. And I need one of my manufacturing partners to help me make the product. So in this box are the samples. Let me open it up real quick. Again, this isn't the most glamorous industry. We do toilet paper, paper towels, wipers. This happens to be like a dry cleaning wipe. There we go. So let's see what we've got. Visually, looks pretty good. I'm going to explain to you what I look for when I get a paper towel type product from my competitors. So what we've got here is, I want to say 60 sheets on a roll, perforated every 8 inches. This is the perforation, pulls apart beautifully. This product is also embossed. I don't know if you can see that embossing pattern on it. But this is actually very, very, very nicely done. I'm super impressed by looking at it. A couple other things I look for are the cuts. Are they clean? Which they are. Nice and even, no dirt, nothing like that. Make sure that the core isn't crushed. Sometimes you get a core that isn't perfectly circular. So this is great. And that perforation pulled off really easy. So this would be a winner. It's a little bit soft, as you can see, a little squishy. So ultimately, when we run this product at full capacity, we're actually going to use a thicker material, which will make this roll more dense. It's also going to make the product more absorbent, stronger, all that good stuff. But this is awesome. I'm actually super excited about this. I got to send a couple of videos actually to a couple of people in our company so they can see this. But yeah, that's what something like this looks like. So for me, it's super interesting. An item as simple as this can equal 10 or $15 million. Boring businesses are good businesses too.
Late night in the shadows when the daylight comes. Remember,